he's kind enough to join us right now, and I can't imagine how he's feeling on this Monday morning over in California. Dominick, congratulations, my man. It's been a while since you had a Monday morning where you could celebrate a win, right? Almost 5 years come October. Can you describe what it feels like to wake up on a Monday coming off a win off a Saturday?
No, man. I'm just blessed, man. I'm grateful and blessed. That's where I'm at right now. It's been a long journey, as you all know. And it's hard to stay the course, but I trusted in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I have my team and my family around me, and I just stayed the course, man. I never gave up on myself. I just kept fighting, kept training, kept getting better, and here I am, man, back in the winner's circle, 2-year layoff and from fighting, and it's like I'd never left, you know?
Was there ever a point in your life where you thought you'd never feel this feeling again?
Yeah, especially in January when I had the DVT, the deep vein thrombosis, and just waking up every day was a gift, you know? Fighting, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to fight again, let alone win again. So, yeah, it crossed my mind a few times, but once I got into camp, once I started working and moving, and I knew I got it back. I knew I got it back.
So for those that just look at your record and they see the layoff and they see the trials and tribulations, it's like, oh wow, this is big. But then when they learn about your health issues, deep vein thrombosis, yeah,
Yep.
you were dealing with blood clots. I'm not a doctor. I'll be the first to say. Can you explain what exactly that was that you were dealing with?
So it's blood clots below my knee. They happened because I was sparring, took a knee in the thigh. We both threw a kick, and it developed a hematoma near the bone. I got a massage, and that hematoma broke off. And when the blood came back to my heart, it got stuck in the veins. So it never made it to my heart, but it cut off the circulation to my leg, basically. So every time I would stand up, all my veins would get really hard and pulsating, and it would hurt really bad. So I was unable to really stand for a month, and I was unable to train for January, February, March at all. Like I couldn't do anything. And then I got into camp April, and then here I am. And then last year I had a labrum surgery in February, and that's 6 months for that. So yeah, I've been going through it, man. It's not been easy at all. It's not easy for anybody in America right now, man. But we got to keep going, you know.
What allowed you to keep going? Like, why didn't you quit? Why didn't you say, forget this and let me go do something else?
Because I love it, dude. This is who I am. I love fighting. It's not who I am, but man, I love this. It's fighting, winning, competing at the highest level. It's been my lifelong journey. I'm not just gonna give up on it because a few things have happened. I know people could say whatever or look at my record, whatever, but I lost to the best guys in the world. This is UFC, man. Like, we're not fighting slouches. I was undefeated up until John. Well, up until after John, whatever the heck, however you want to slice it. But I was undefeated, and my losses happened in front of the whole world. So everybody's a lot more critical of me. You know, I didn't show up to the UFC with a 12-4 record. You know, I showed up 5-0. You know, but like I built my whole record in the UFC, everything, and when it didn't go my way, the world was able to criticize me pretty harshly. And I lost my way though. You know, like I was looking for something I already had. I thought I needed to do more after the Jones fight. I felt like I could have given more somehow, when in reality I gave everything I had and then some. And it took a lot from me. And I was searching for more, and I lost my way looking for something that wasn't there. You know, and now I'm back home. I'm back training at Cobra Kai. I'm back training with Joe Stevenson. I'm back training with Nigel Pena and my brother and Michael Jazin. You know, I'm sparring with Curtis Blades again. I'm sparring with Jared Vandera. You know, I'm working with local up-and-coming guys over here that are extremely talented. You know, and it's I used to think it was like, oh, I need to go to a bigger gym and work with better guys. And it's like, that's not always the case. You got to do focused work for you. What works for you, man, not going out there and searching for something that you already have.
Did someone help you figure that out, or did you figure it out on your own?
So who are my last couple opponents? They helped me out. That's the only way to learn, man, in this industry, you know, by losing fights and getting those real wake up calls and those reality checks. Like, hey, man, you're not doing something right. This is not how you fight. You're making some serious mistakes here. What do you got to do to get back to you? What makes you special? And going to work with Glover and Alex and them. Yeah, they're great fighters and everything, but they don't know what makes me special, truly, right? They weren't there in the beginning. They don't know my entire journey. They have not seen me come up from a little guy to who I am now. So it's hard for them to help improve my skills when they don't really know me. You know what I mean? So I went back home to my guys and my team, and they're like, dude, you got to get back to your movement. You got to get back to your athleticism. You got to get back to being the best athlete in the division and the best striker, like the fastest, the best. You get back to you, man. Come on. And yeah, here I am.
Going back to your original team, Joe Stevenson and all those guys, was that a hard conversation to have? Was it, was it
Well,
uncomfortable?
yeah, I had to humble myself, right? I had to come in and say, listen, I made a mistake. Would you guys be willing to take me back? I went around searching for things that I thought I needed, but I actually didn't. And it's all love, man. It's all love, really, truly.
Wow. It does feel like you are, even when hearing you speak, it does feel like you are filled with a lot of love, a lot of gratitude, a lot of appreciation. Clearly, religion is a big part of your life. Have you always been this way, or is this a new sort of chapter in your life?
Well, I've always been a Catholic, but never like this. I mean, not as much belief. I mean, belief, but not like, I don't know how to explain it, man. Like you go deep, deep, deep into where the devil's really trying to pull you in, and you can either go with him or you could look to the light, and that's kind of what I did.
Wow. And again, I'm just curious, did you do this all on your own, or did someone help guide you to that light?
So it's been Joe Stevenson has been a big help. My fiance has been a great grounding presence in my life. And then also it's been mostly by myself,
Wow.
like just soul searching and realizing I'm not doing something right, man. I just didn't feel right. I wasn't feeling happy. I wasn't feeling complete. And then I started reading scriptures. I started seeing, Jesus had it way worse than I did, man. And like, what am I complaining about? Just be grateful.
Did you deal with depression?
I feel like we all kind of deal with depression at some level. But yeah, for sure. It's definitely depressing to get knocked out at Madison Square Garden in front of the whole world, and not get to perform. It was my biggest problem was I didn't perform that night, and I came out in the octagon not having a real plan and not really sure of what I needed to do that night, and I was, gross, and I paid for it. So yeah, depression's real, but there's a way out. You lean on the Lord, lean on your family. A big thing I did too was I stopped trying to be like a macho. Like they asked me how I'm doing. Oh, I'm fine. Hey man, how you doing? I'm fine. I'm not fine. Really, in reality, you're not fine. So then I started opening up to people and trusting people with me being vulnerable. And like I don't have to be this warrior all the time. Like I'm a human being. Like we go through things, and I was able to open up to my family and my friends and my fiance and Joe and everyone, and they're there for me. They showed me that they're there for me. They're not going to judge me. They're not going to try to put me down. They're not going to make me feel like crap. They're going to do everything they can to help me get back to feeling good about myself again.
What was Saturday like for you? And at the hotel, at the arena, the walk, what were the emotions? What were the nerves like?
So yeah, there's always a lot of nerves. It's UFC, anything can happen. But honestly, the warm up was probably the best warm up I've ever done, where everything was just I got dialed in within like 3 minutes of warming up, where my range was dialed in, my speed. I knew exactly what I needed to do. I got the perfect sweat backstage, and it was all effortless. Backstage was effortless. Being at the arena was amazing. The UFC staff was like, it felt like everyone was rooting for me everywhere I went the entire week. Every single person I met, every single person who saw me, just it really felt like they were in my corner. It really felt like everybody. It's a weird thing to say, but it felt like people wanted me to win more than I wanted to win.
Wow.
But I wanted to win, obviously. But like, it's still, everybody was so much support, from servers to just people on the street to anybody we came in contact with. It was nothing but positive vibes, and just it was great. And especially on fight night, everybody was just so awesome, man. Like, it was the perfect storm, and I was so excited and honored to be a part of the organization, and then go out there and just do what I did, man. Wow. Just wow.
It's amazing when the whole community, which at time could be divisive, is all pulling for one person, and that's really what it felt going into it, and then in the aftermath, seeing how happy people were for you, and knowing how spiritual you are, and how you're in touch with everything that's going on, your emotion. Fighting in the same venue, I heard you talk about this, where Muhammad Ali had his funeral, and also the Muhammad
Hmm.
Ali Center that you got to visit in Louisville, which I know is a great facility. What did that do for your spirituality? What did that do to you as you were about to
Oh,
compete?
I took so much energy from that, so much power from that. Going to the Muhammad Ali Center, and learning about his entire journey, the way he viewed the world, what he did to change the world. I got to see the first ever professional contract from a boxer. It was $1 million a year with expenses included, which was an insane amount of money in the 60s, right? Um, I got to see everything. They told me that his final, when they did his, so the last arena his body ever was ever in was the last arena I fought in as well. And that was a huge, huge like honor for me. Like, wow, I get to fight here, man. Like, and my fighting style is, I like to believe it's similar to his. I'm very, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Like that's kind of how it is, how I fight, and everything just lined up, man. Everything lined up. It's the 24th year. 2024. My number has always been 24. Um, Everything lined up. It all lined up. I'm so blessed. It's insane. And then I didn't get the bonus that night, which was a little bit disappointing. But I recently talked to Dana, and yeah, I got the bonus now. So
Oh, wow. Did you
yeah,
campaign
it's
for
really,
it?
really awesome.
How did that go down?
I messaged him, and we talked, and he said, "Yeah, man, you absolutely deserve it." So now I got the bonus.
Ah, amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Um, when you
because he wasn't there that night,
yeah,
so it's hard to like say what happened that night and what it felt like in the arena. Because if you were in the arena,
yeah.
I was the performance of the night. Like it, I'll never forget how loud it was that night, man. Wow, like I can still feel it. I can still feel it going through my body, the
Yeah.
energy of all those people. And yeah, so I didn't originally get the bonus awarded because there were some amazing knockouts, some amazing knockouts. But I did knock him out in 2 minutes after everything I've been through. He's a high level kickboxer, and I knocked him out. And that, by the way, nothing but respect to Dustin Jacoby, man. He's a heck of a competitor, man. And he showed up ready to go. And thank you for that, Dustin.
When you felt a little bit of his power, was that a relief that you were,
Yes, yes, for sure. I hate to say it, but I had the same questions as almost all you did. Do I still have a chin? Do I still have my ability to fight the way I know how to fight? The same questions I'm sure the haters were asking and saying was kind of the same questions I had within myself. Um, but then when he hit me pretty good, and I kind of like grinned, and I'm like, oh yeah, I still got it, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I think when I grinned at him, that's when I made him mad and he like rushed me. He hit me and then we moved a little bit and I grinned at him and then he rushed me and then I caught him. But yeah, man, it was you really couldn't ask for a better night ever. I've had nights similar and you can't ask for a better situation.
Going through all of this over the past 4 or so years, did it affect your love for the sport? Were you in need of a break from the
Uh
sport, not watch the sport, not consumed by the sport because things weren't going your way within the sport?
n- it wasn't my love for the sport, it was my love for the fans, the reaction that people were having, the it almost felt like I wasn't just getting buried. It wasn't that I was like getting buried. It was like they were trying to like stomp me into the ground, like I could never return. Like
You felt
it
that.
felt like,
The same
yeah,
people that
like
you
not
feel
that I
like were
was
rooting
just,
for you this weekend
yeah,
were trying to kill you leading in the years leading up to this.
yeah, yeah, somewhat. Like not, I don't know. I just lost love for the whole thing. I really did because I went from being a fighter that people would root for to a guy that they wanted to see suffer. You know, and that's a tough thing. Because not only just lose, they wanted to see me suffer, which was rough. And that's really my faith really helped with that. It really, really did. Because like I said, Jesus really suffered, and I got no complaints. It was very small compared to what he went through.
Is this as simple as like the win erases all of that, or is that not fair to what you've just been through over the past 4 years?
The win of what? I'm sorry.
Like, does in your mind does the win erase, kind of like wash away what you've been through, or is that not fair? Is that too is that too simple?
No, I don't hold on to any of that stuff. To be honest with you, man, it's I am where I am right now, and that's all I know. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Yesterday doesn't matter, and here I am today. So yeah, I guess it is all washed. I guess you could say, but I don't hold any grudges or any hate in my heart at all. You can't hold hate in your heart. It's not. It's not. You're gonna be very unhappy if you hold hate in your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any grudges or hate or nothing nothing like that. I'm just happy and grateful, and I wasn't here addressing haters and all that things. Like I'm not gonna give them power. I'm not gonna, be here on Instagram fighting every single person. I just ignore it, man, and continue on my path. And then when I do what I do and I can shine my light on the world, the light of the Lord, then it is what it is. You could hate on me all you want, but I'm here living my life. I'm happy. I'm happy. That's just the bottom line.
And so you mentioned Alex Pereira. You trained with him for a bit. He
Mhm.
is the champion of your weight class now.
Yep.
How far away do you think you are from Alex Pereira? How far away do you think you are from that discussion?
I don't know. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just enjoying this. And then the next fight, and then the next fight, and then we'll see.
Okay, fair enough.
It's one of those things where like there's no point in reaching to that right now. I mean, that's always the goal to be champ. Always the goal to be a champ. I'm not here to just fight and that's it. I'm here to be champ, yes, but I'm not there yet. So let's continue to win, continue to put it together, and then we'll get there. If he's champ, that's cool. If not, then not. But he is a friend of mine, and you know, best case we don't fight each other. But if we have to, we have to.
Hmm.
But I have nothing but respect for Alex and Glover and everybody in my division. To be 100% honest with you, man, I have a lot of respect for the division. Everybody here is this is no joke fighting at light heavyweight, man. Like people like to talk crap about our division, but they don't know what kind of dangers we're dealing with. All divisions are dangerous. Don't get me wrong. Respect, but we're a little bigger than everyone else except for the heavyweights. But they fight it different than we do.
Hmm.
You know, so
By the way, the dirt
it's all love,
biking,
man. It's all love. It's
it's
all
all
love to
love. I
everyone and
love it.
everybody.
And
All love to everyone and everybody.
I
Be
appreciate that.
great, do great things.
I appreciate that very
That's the
much.
biggest takeaway.
That is a great message. I see the dirt biking. I see you snowboarding through shipping containers. Man, oh man, you're not just
Hey,
like chilling out over there. That like the dirt bike in particular, the footage that you posted, like you are like one little. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're showing some of it now. Like one move to the left or right. Are you falling off a cliff over there? It seems very narrow,
yeah, pretty much.
dude. What
But
is going on here?
that's
This is
fighting,
crazy.
man. I got it's the same in fighting. One mistake, one way or another, and it's over,
That's
right? So
true.
got to get those adrenaline rushes in, and it keeps me sharp. It keeps my heart going. It makes me happy. I've met a whole new group of people doing enduro style dirt biking because I don't just ride like putt around as you see in the video. I get after it, man. We're going. I'm doing 200 miles a day. You know,
Damn.
we're mobbing, bro. Climbing cliffs, going down valleys, crossing rivers, and it's been amazing, man. Great people that I'm working with, professionals that have helped me uh, get better. Mason Klein, who does the Dakar Rally, he won a stage. He's the youngest ever stage winner in the Dakar Rally. He's a really good friend of mine. We ride all the time. Like, you got to find things outside of fighting that make you happy, man, because this sport is so unforgiving. And one win, one loss, you lose, all of a sudden put that guy in the grave. He's done. You win, all of a sudden, oh, his title run. So it's like, just enjoy the time you have, enjoy every fight, enjoy every moment, be kind to everybody you interact with, treat people with respect and dignity, and let's make this world a better place, man. Let's stop trying to take from each other and stop trying to just be shitty.
Hmm.
Love each other.
Um, do you have like a time frame? Okay, you have some time that you need to catch up on when you want to return. Do you want to come back in a few months? What are you thinking?
Yeah, so I need to get with my team and really map it out, or, exactly how we want to do it. But I'm thinking, and I want to fight one more time this year, so it could be any
Okay.
time till the end of the year, at
Okay.
least one more. Um, but yeah, I mentioned the spear in my post-fight interview.
Yeah.
That would be cool. The spear, sorry, not the spear, the
Yeah.
spear.
Yeah.
um, yeah, that would be cool. A historic event. But if not, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Obviously, I want to fight somewhere where there's a crowd because that's literally one of the best parts of fighting.
Yeah. For sure.
And and yeah, just keep spreading love, man. That's my goal. That's my purpose right now.
Two last quick things. As far as the blood clots, how did you conquer that? Is it just through medication?
Yeah, I was on blood thinners for 3 months, and
Okay.
blood thinners, I don't know if you know, like really mess with your body and stuff. So that was tough to get back into training because you think I got off blood thinners in March, and then April, May, and I fought in June,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was it was a lot of self belief, a lot of hard work in the dark. I worked a lot in the dark, man. I'd wake up in the middle of the night sometimes at 3 a.m. and hit the bag for an hour just because I
Wow.
felt like I needed to.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever been like
Like,
that, or is this something that's happened recently?
no, it's recent.
Wow.
Like, just fully give. I literally burned the boats. Like, gave everything to this, everything I have. No, no, from the water I drank to everything I ate. Like, I even have this phrase I say, like, when I drink anything else, even water, regular water, I'll be like, man, I can taste the chemicals, man. What is this? Because I could taste the chemicals now. Like, because it's crazy how much chemicals are in everything. It's like they're trying to kill us. I don't know what's going on here. But there's so many chemicals. And like, I'm like, I could taste the chemicals because that's how clean and pure I've been for the last like year and a half.
Wow.
So yeah, man.
That is amazing. One last thing, I'm just curious, do you have, and it's all been positive and love, and I adore it. Just curious about your stance on all this John Jones, Tom Aspinall, and he doesn't want to fight. He wants to fight. You're so connected to him. What is your take
Yeah,
on the
so
current state of
exactly.
John?
I feel like I am very connected to John. I'm
Yeah.
sorry for interrupt you there, but yeah, he just wants to be known as the greatest of all time, man. That's the bottom line. He just wants unequivocally, no questions, to be John Jones the greatest, and he wants to be paid accordingly. He doesn't want to take crazy risks, right? Fighting Stipe, which is arguably the greatest heavyweight of all time. When he fights Stipe, I'm the greatest light heavyweight. He's the greatest heavyweight. Boom. Now I'm the greatest heavyweight, right? That's kind of how it's going on. Tom is extremely dangerous. Tom is young in his championship career. What does really Tom have to offer John in terms of legacy right now, right? John's thinking, I only got 1 or 2 left. They got to be worth it. And he doesn't see Tom or Curtis as a long-standing champion. He sees them as right now, and he's not worried about right now. He's worried about forever.
Mm-hmm.
But forever, he'll be also known that he lost to me. But maybe we could figure that out one day.
You still believe that, right?
Oh yeah, it's not a belief; it's a fact. It's a difference.
Yeah. Do you ever do the sliding doors thing? You win that fight. Do you think the next 4 years are completely different?
I did that early on, and look where it got me.
Right.
You don't hold on to those things. You just keep moving forward, man. Doing that's just what is that gonna do for me, other than frustrate me or whatever?
Well, that shot when you won and you're kind of just like in the middle there, that is a framer, man. I don't know if you're a framer.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, it's
it will be framed. That's pure relief, pure gratification, pure thankfulness. All the best emotions you could ever imagine, all in one.
I love it. Well, so happy for you, Dominick. Really, congratulations. Enjoy everything that comes with it. Welcome back, and can't wait to see what this new version of you, turns into and what you accomplish. And congratulations on the recent engagement.
Thank you so much, Ariel. Have a great day, and thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, great to
talk. And one more thing.
Yes,
I'm not back. I'm better.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.